Good day or evening, dear participants. In this fourth lecture of Module 5, we are going to focus on the use of ICT to assess learners and learning. Let us introduce this topic and discuss ICT use in summative evaluation. In nations where education is administered centrally and all children must pass a single national exam before moving on to the next level of education, governments are devoting a significant portion of the cash that is allotted to activities that are concerned with assessing and evaluating student performance. The use of various technologies can be of significant aid for the activities of national assessment, as well as assistance for the national state in allocating funds for the purpose of enabling learning and the environment of learning. The identification of essential competencies that a nation chooses to prioritize as the primary focus of education is an important factor in determining the usefulness and success of information and communication technology (ICT) assessment at each level of the evaluation process. The development of generic skills is made possible by a number of technology-enhanced learning environments, tools, and systems that are already on the market. These learning environments mimic learning scenarios that call for complex thinking, problem-solving, and collaborative tactics. When interacting with online assessments, it is important for instructors and students to be aware of what exactly is being measured. Therefore, a conceptual landscape of what specifically should be measured is required. Let us start with e-assessment and artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, AI, holds incredible potential when it comes to online assessment. Therefore, teachers and educators need AI as an important aspect of e-assessment. If it is applied effectively, artificial intelligence has the potential to play a larger role in assisting educators in developing better online assessments, improving proctoring and scoring, and cracking down on cheating. With many advantages that e-assessment has, it also comes with many challenges in maintaining integrity, misconduct, and violation of assessment regulations. Teachers and educators need to think about how the use of AI can make the online assessment process better and help in maintaining exam integrity and combating cheating. Teachers and educators need also to think about the weakness of AI, such as its struggle with open-ended questions, facial recognition, misinterpretation of objects or movements, etc. Concerning the struggle with open-ended questions, it is very critical that the user of the app craft carefully the question to ensure AI, generative, may consequently understand the question. Teachers can use the prompt engineering to refine their questions. Let us look at the preparation for ICT use in assessment. ICT has the potential to simplify the evaluation process for both educators and governing bodies if it is used effectively. Because the successful application of information and communication technology in evaluation is highly dependent on the accessibility of information and communication technology facilities in schools for both instructors and students, there is a pressing need for extensive preparation. It is necessary to make a sufficient investment in both the infrastructure and the personnel in order to make use of ICT in the evaluation process. This is true of the overall incorporation of ICT in educational settings. The very first and most essential question that must be answered is, what exactly is required in terms of software and hardware? The topic of how much investment or infrastructure is sufficient to integrate ICT into assessment is an essential one that needs to be addressed by politicians and educators. Before beginning any kind of investment, it is essential to do an analysis of want and need as a starting point. This will help ensure that there is no mismatch between what is invested and what is required. The most crucial part is figuring out which technologies are required and appropriate for the already established competencies that need to be evaluated, as well as the skills that teachers and students need to have to effectively use the technologies. What is the role of teacher in technology-enabled assessment and evaluation? When it comes to determining which technologies will be utilized to evaluate the progress of their students, teachers play a vital role in making such decisions. Because assessment is a part of evaluation, technology may be used for both the process of evaluation and the process of assessment. Therefore, teachers need to be able to make appropriate use of ICT in both processes. Any investment made in the incorporation of ICT in the teaching and assessment process demands the readiness, knowledge, and abilities of the instructors. The development of teachers' technological pedagogical content knowledge, TPAC, which integrates their competence in technology, pedagogy, and content, is necessary if there is to be an easy application of information and communications technology, ICT, in assessment. Now let us see the aspects of online and e-examination. Examiners are able to conduct examinations via the internet from wherever they are while assessing via online examination, which is sometimes referred to as e-examination. Online examinations are conducted by giving learners the chance to answer the questions within the prescribed time, and the examination window closes after the time elapsed. Although there are many financial and time advantages of using online examination, there are also challenges that need to be taken care of for effective use of such examination method. There is a need to invest in security features such as Creatix, and online examination software has the following features. Protect the integrity of exams by 1. Share screen with the proctor. 2. Auto device lockdown. 3. Proctoring from plagiarism. 4. Auto shuffling of questions. 5. Provide reliable and accurate student data. 6. Preparing exams with complete preparedness. 7. Hassle-free exam scheduling. For more information, visit the Creatix website by clicking on the displayed link. Access the provided link to see some online examinations during COVID-19 in different universities across the world. Click on the provided link. Now, let us look at some case studies on assessment. Let us start with the Open University of Tanzania. The Open University of Tanzania, OUT, adopted blended learning, which combines online and face-to-face instruction, as well as some courses that require physical examination. However, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the university had to switch to online oral examination, OREX, using Zoom, where each candidate was supervised by 2 invigilators and an observer from different faculties. The OREX plan enabled the students to complete their exams and degree programs on time, despite the challenges of internet access, capacity building, academic integrity, and workload for the lecturers. The university demonstrated resilience and innovation in using ICT for assessment and evaluation during the crisis. Let us look at the University of New England, UNE, Australia. Online exams are not new to this university. They have been practicing here for the past 2 years. This year, they plan to monitor the students through webcams and use screen sharing technology during the testing. The university considers safe alternatives on-site for those students who, for some reason, are not able to take exams remotely, for example, due to their living conditions. Now, let us look at the Northwestern University in Illinois, USA. For taking exams online during the pandemic, they used Canvas, a learning management system popular in many American universities. The system offers 3 main exam formats: essays, tests, and online exams. When the exam is in the process, the system automatically blocks internet search engines on the student's computer. Also, teachers use project assignments to certify students, like they do in Russia. Next is the Oxford and Cambridge Universities, Great Britain. Due to the epidemic, summer exams will also be taken online. Students who can't take the tests remotely will do that when the university resumes its traditional classes. Many students oppose online testing and even encourage to boycott them and the administration to reconsider the methods of assessment. However, if students want to work as soon as possible, they have no choice but to accept the new reality and take the tests from home. Let us look at Learner's Portfolio and e-rubrics. Electronic portfolios, also known as e-portfolios, are collections of student work, artifacts, and demonstrations that are produced on purpose to demonstrate a student's learning progression, successes, and evidence of what the student is capable of producing. The term electronic portfolio refers to a digital version of the traditional paper portfolio. The use of a rubric constitutes the most trustworthy approach to the evaluation of a portfolio. E-rubrics are formative and summative assessment tools that can be used in online assessment. They can be used to evaluate both the learning progress of students as well as the overall outcomes of the program in which they are participating. A grading tool known as a rubric is used to evaluate a learner's portfolio based on a predetermined set of criteria. This evaluation is done depending on the learner's performance. It is strongly suggested that online evaluation and assessment make use of rubrics, which eliminate the potential for subjectivity and provide a detailed breakdown of the grading criteria for portfolios. In providing transparency and consistency, the use of e-rubrics is very essential and necessary for effective online assessment. Let us look at different types of e-portfolio. As we alluded to already, an e-portfolio is a digital collection of artifacts that demonstrate a person's learning, skills, achievements, and interests. E-portfolios can be used for various purposes, such as education, career, or personal development. Depending on the goal and audience of the e-portfolio, there are three main types. 1. Developmental process, more related to working. 2. Reflective or assessment. And 3. Showcase. These types of e-portfolio can be described as follows. 1. Developmental e-portfolio. A developmental e-portfolio is a record of a person's learning process and progress over time. It shows how the person has grown and improved in a specific domain or area. A developmental e-portfolio typically includes evidence of learning outcomes, feedback, reflections, and plans for future learning. This type of e-portfolio is often used by students and teachers to document and assess learning achievements and challenges. 2. Reflective e-portfolio. A reflective e-portfolio is a tool for a person to critically examine and evaluate their own learning experiences and outcomes. It shows how the person has integrated and applied their learning to different contexts and situations. A reflective e-portfolio usually includes reflections on learning goals, strategies, outcomes, and implications. This type of e-portfolio is often used by professionals and lifelong learners to enhance their learning and development. 3. Showcase e-portfolio. A showcase e-portfolio is a presentation of a person's best work and achievements. It shows how the person has demonstrated their competencies and skills in a specific field or profession. A showcase e-portfolio usually includes samples of work, testimonials, awards, and credentials. This type of e-portfolio is often used by job seekers and career changers to market themselves and showcase their potential. Therefore, e-portfolios are versatile and powerful tools for learning and career development. Depending on the purpose and audience, a person can create different types of e-portfolios: developmental, reflective, and showcase. Each type of e-portfolio has its own benefits and challenges, and requires careful planning, design, and maintenance. Let us reflect. We discussed the ICT use in summative evaluation, the e-assessment and artificial intelligence, the preparation for ICT use in assessment, the role of teachers in technology-enabled assessment and evaluation, some cases of e-assessment for some universities, and the aspects of e-portfolio and e-rubric. Now, what questions should we start asking ourselves? What comes to my immediate thinking is: 1. How do ICT tools assessing creative and critical thinking skills affect the learning outcomes and experiences of students and teachers, and what evidence supports these effects? 2. How can teachers design and implement ICT-based assessment tasks that foster reflective and innovative thinking skills in students? Now, reflect in writing on these two questions using the Gibbs Reflective Cycle Guide, which will be shared with you in this module. Compile your reflection in the e-journal available within the e-learning platform in use in this self-paced online course. Share your reflections with your colleagues at work, and also share them on the Community of Practice platform, which will be shared with you. In conclusion, we have explored various aspects of using ICT to assess learners and learning in online and blended settings. We have seen how ICT can enhance the validity, reliability, and efficiency of summative evaluation, as well as support the development of generic skills and competencies in students. We have also discussed the role of teachers in selecting and implementing appropriate ICT tools and methods for assessment and evaluation, and the challenges and opportunities they face in this process. We have also examined some case studies of online exams and e-portfolios from different universities around the world, and how they have adapted to the COVID-19 pandemic. Finally, we have reflected on some questions that can help us improve our own practice of ICT-based assessment and evaluation in our teaching and learning contexts. If you have any questions or challenges with any of the concepts discussed in this lecture, please use the discussion forum of Module 5 under Lecture 4 to to ask questions and answer other participants' questions as well. Thank you for your attention.